Tammy, are you there? I was just curious if you were done at the hospital yet. If you've gotten whatever medicine you've gone to get from them, hurry up and come back home. There's still plenty of cleaning to be done here, so get back here now. I doubt that you even had anything wrong with you to begin with, you big baby.
Hello, Lucy. I am actually done at the hospital. Thanks for asking. It appears that I am, in fact, pregnant.
Wait, what? You mean it? You mean that you really are pregnant?
Yes, that's what the doctor told me anyways. I was told that I'm about 8 weeks pregnant.
Oh, really? Well, I couldn't tell at all. But congratulations on that, I suppose.
Thank you for the exciting response about it. I told Ben just now and he was over the moon about it. He said that he was going to buy a cake on the way home to celebrate the big news, actually.
Well, that seems just a little bit early to celebrate, if you ask me. I mean, we don't even know if you're going to be able to carry it to term.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true. But it doesn't change the fact that I think this is something to be happy about. But don't worry, I promise not to let my guard down until I'm further along and we're more sure.
Well, anyways, being pregnant doesn't mean that you're sick, so hurry up and get home and get back to work right now.
Yes, of course. I promise that I'll keep trying to work as hard as I can. Of course, I might not be able to do as much as I used to. In fact, I might even need some help.
What in the world are you talking about? Are you really saying that you're going to need help cleaning the house because you're pregnant? Honestly, what is wrong with your generation? Back in my day, pregnant women didn't use their pregnancy as an excuse to get out of their duties. Besides, young people these days get used to so many appliances to help them. It's hardly even work for you at this point.
Well, yes, I agree that we have much more technology now, but I still feel the physical effects of the pregnancy. I don't know, I just think that there might have to be some days that I need rest.
You don't know anything at all. Being lazy is one of the worst things that you can do for the baby. You need to keep yourself moving, and it'll help your baby too. And I don't want to hear any excuses about morning sickness or anything like that. The point is that you're not sick, you're just pregnant. Besides, if you're going to be a mom soon, then that means you'll still have to work on your housekeeping skills. It's obvious to me that you're not ready for this.
Yes, of course. Please don't worry about it. I promise to take care of everything to the best of my ability.
Well, I'm just saying that you still have a long way to go if you want to be ready to raise a child.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry to have caused any trouble over this.
Oh, I bet that you really are sorry. But honestly, it's just sad what women your age get away with these days. You want the whole world on a silver platter.
I'm sorry that that's what you've seen from my people in my generation.
You really are useless daughter-in-law, you know that? I don't know what my son was thinking marrying a girl from a poor family like yours. At this point, he might as well have married the maid. At least she would be more use than you. Don't you know how rich the family you're marrying into is?
Well, since I have some time before I'm going to have this baby, I am going to do my best to learn as much as I can.
That really is the least that you can do. You have no idea how embarrassing it is to having to introduce you as my daughter-in-law to people.
I understand. I'm sorry for any trouble I've caused you. I should be home soon. I promise to start cleaning once I'm back.
Good. That's more like it. And once you're finished cleaning up around the house, you can start to cook dinner too. And if you screw up at all, I will be sure to let you know right away. But just do exactly as I say, and you should be fine. Tammy, do you have a moment? I just wanted to talk to you about moving out.
I'm sorry, you want to talk about me moving out? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Move out from what?
The house, of course. I want you to pack your bags and go. And I want you to divorce my son and never ever come back.
Oh, I see. I was afraid that you were going to say that. Well, I have no intention of breaking up with Ben. And I know for a fact that Ben doesn't want to leave me either.
I don't care at all what you think or what Ben thinks about you. The fact of the matter is that I'm not going to let you give birth to my grandchild.
I really don't know what you want me to say about that. I mean, I'm already pregnant, so...
Oh, you can go ahead and have the kid. I don't care about that. But you are not going to be raising it as a part of my family. I never ever want to hear even a word about this child.
Lucy, what are you saying? You can't be serious about this, right?
Oh, I am. I am dead serious about this. In fact, I'm actually having lunch with one of your friends right now. We're talking about how lovely it would be if she was married to Ben instead of you. If you know of anyone else who might want to marry Ben, please let me know. But anyways, this girl I'm with now was at one of my husband's office parties and was just head over heels when it came to Ben.
And so that's why I should divorce Ben, just like you're saying?
Of course. Don't you dare try and question my logic. I don't want a woman who was raised only by her mother polluting my bloodline. Unlike you, I've been raised with all the niceties of being a good homemaker. Baking, cooking, cleaning, I learned it all. I even used to work as a piano teacher because I was so skilled at playing it. And as far as I know, this young lady I'm talking to has all of these skills too.
Okay, well, your son and I love each other. Doesn't that matter at all? Either way, we're not going to be getting a divorce, especially now that I'm pregnant.
And just why do you think that has any bearing on anything? Is it money? Is that what you want? I'll be more than happy to pay you off if you go and never ever come back. Don't worry about that.
It's not about the money, Lucy. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. All I know is that you are not going to be a member of my family. You and my son have already been married for 6 months living here, and it's just been horrible. I mean, you still haven't learned how to be a homemaker at all. I just know that this young lady I'm here with now will be the perfect wife for my son. She's far above anywhere you could dream of reaching.
Well, you're more than entitled to your opinion, but that isn't going to change the fact that Ben and I aren't splitting up. Ben feels the same way. We both understand how you feel about this, but we've made up our minds.
Oh, I'm afraid that just won't do, my dear. You are going to move out and that is that. Besides, I know that Ben is on my side in this. You seem to be mistaken.
I don't get it. Why didn't you say anything about these reservations you have now when we got married in the first place?
I was just so excited that my son was finally getting married that I didn't bother looking into who exactly he was marrying. So I thought that Ben must have made a good choice for himself and chose to keep my thoughts to myself. But 6 months later, I can see now that I was dead wrong. And now I see that you're nothing but an ill-mannered little girl.
Well, fine. If you want me to leave, then that's what I'll do. But Ben is going to be leaving with me.
I am telling you that this is not how this is going to work, understand me? Honestly, where do you get off talking to me like that? You have got some nerve. But fine, I suppose we'll see who is really right about this in the end. And then you'll know just how little you mean to Ben.
Lucy, please, what is the matter with you? Can't you at least let me put some more clothes on?
I'm afraid that is not going to do. But don't worry, I'll pack up all your things and send them to your parents' house. And never, ever come back here again, or else I'll call the police on you.
Lucy, what month do you think it is right now? I mean, have you even looked outside? It's snowing. My body is going to freeze if you keep me out here in these soaking wet clothes. I don't even have my wallet. Can't you at least let me put on some decent clothes? Think of my baby. You know this can't be good for it.
I already told you that it's not going to happen. And good, I hope it is bad for the baby. That's why I dumped water in you and kicked you out of the house in the first place.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that? You're not serious about that, are you?
Of course I am. I'm going to save my son from having to father that horrible whelp you're carrying inside of you. And that is going to save me a lot of trouble in the future. I can already tell.
I don't believe it. I literally can't believe what I'm reading right now. Don't you realize what you're saying?
Oh, I know quite well what I'm saying, thank you. But it's fine. I'll be forgiven for this. After all, I had a sign to do this. Ben is away on a business trip, so there's nothing keeping me from doing this. Now the rest is just up to you. But I know that you don't have any friends around here anyways, so good luck finding anyone who will help you. And good riddance, you good-for-nothing woman.
Okay, fine then. I'll stop asking for your help since you're clearly not interested.
That's right. Now go away. I can't have some sopping wet woman banging on my door all night. It'll worry the neighbors. Leave and never ever come back. Do you understand me?
Hey, Lucy! Do you have any idea where Tammy is? Did she go back to stay with her parents or something?
Oh, hello, dear. I'm really not sure about her. Honestly, she never tells me anything, so most times I just forget all about her. But I'm sure she's just out. Maybe she's at a cafe with a friend or something like that. Speaking of, I'm about to go meet up with a friend too, so let's talk later.
Hold it right there. You are going to come back to the house and apologize right now.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? What do I have to apologize for? Who am I even apologizing to?
You really have no idea what you've done, do you? Now that you've gone and thrown Tammy out, we're going to be ruined.
Ricky, what in the world are you talking about? How is throwing a useless woman like Tammy out of our house going to ruin us? You're not making any sense at all. Are you okay? Did you catch a cold in the snow or something like that?
I'm just fine, thank you. The only person who should be checked into a hospital is you. What were you thinking?
I really have no idea what you're talking about.
It's too late. Tammy already told me all about what you put her through. Honestly, why would you do something like that? Thanks to you, we're having the president of Wells Truck Go, one of the largest clients, coming over to the house right now.
Wells Trucko? But that's a huge company. Why in the world would their president be coming to our house?
Because the daughter of said president is none other than Tammy. But they stopped talking because Tammy ran away to be with Ben. But of course, someone like Sam Trucko isn't going to just let his daughter run off unsupervised.
But, hold on a second. Is this some kind of joke? Are you pranking me right now?
I wish it was a joke! The only thing that's a joke is how you acted. Did you know that her dad was the one that picked up Tammy shivering on the side of the street? He said he's going to pull all of his contracts his company has with us. Don't you realize what you've done to us? How many times did I tell you to lay off Tammy? Why wouldn't you listen to me?
I'm sorry. I really am so sorry. I had no idea who Tammy was or who her family was, honest.
That much is obvious. But don't apologize to me, apologize to Tammy. And I mean right now. Get back here right now and beg for forgiveness. Lucy, are you there? We have to talk about the meeting.
Oh, is it over already? What happened? Did Sam say he wasn't going to restore our contracts? What's going on?
Well, thanks to Tammy, we're going to be okay. She convinced her father not to punish me for your mistake.
Oh, I see. Well, that is a relief to hear at least. Then I suppose that you'll be on your way back soon? I wasn't able to get your credit card off of you, but I wanted to get a little bit of shopping done while the sun is still out. You have no idea how stressed I've been. And I'm sick and tired of living in a hotel like this. When can I go back?
What are you talking about? Don't you realize you almost bankrupted my whole company? The only client we work with is Wells Truck Go because of how many orders they put in with us. You think you're stressed? What about me?
Well, I already said that I'm sorry. I don't really know what else you expect to hear from me. Besides, like I said, I had no idea who Tammy's father was. And now we're going to be having the grandchild of the president of Wells Truck Go. Isn't that wonderful? We're never going to have to worry about this again.
You've always been like this, you know? Always looking down on those around you. But you really took things too far this time. I mean, this is the woman that our son wants to marry, and you could have killed her.
But that isn't even what I was trying to do. You know that I would never want to take things that far. How is Ben, by the way? You really need to have a chat with him and tell him to fix his attitude, because he's still just refusing to talk to me after this.
He isn't doing good. He wants nothing to do with you. And in fact, neither do I. I'd like to get a divorce.
Wait, what? You can't really be serious about this, right?
Of course I'm serious. Tammy convinced her dad not to pull out our contracts. But that doesn't mean that I've forgiven you.
So then you're really going to get a divorce? Just over some woman?
Some woman? There is no way that you still don't realize how wrong you are when you say that, right?
But then, what's going to happen? I don't understand.
Well, first of all, Tammy's going to sue you for what you did to her. Then I'm going to talk to my lawyer about splitting up our estate. So anyways, go ahead and keep this Sunday free. Because we're going to finalize this thing then.
Wait just a second. You can't do this to me. Think of all the time that we've spent together. You can't just cast me aside like this.
We did have some good times. And I'm so grateful that you were able to give me Ben. But you're reckless, irresponsible, rude, hurtful, and you almost killed our grandchild. You're nothing but trouble. And one of these days, you're going to get someone seriously hurt with your behavior. But I'm not going to be around to be there for you when that does happen. I can't be responsible for your actions anymore.
But even so, I mean, please, I won't have anywhere to go if you leave me. What am I going to do?
I really don't care what you do. But don't worry, you're not going to be left with nothing when this is all done.
But I won't even have a home. Where am I supposed to go? How am I supposed to live?
Oh, just give it a rest already. I can't believe you're whining like this. You haven't reflected once on what could have happened to Tammy. You only care about yourself, and you're only demonstrating that now. Divorcing you is the only option I have left.
Please don't say that, Ricky. You know we can work through this. I know that I can be a handful from time to time, but you don't have to end things like this.
Nothing you say is going to change how I feel about this, Lucy. I've put a lot of thought into this, and I've made my decision. Please, just don't try and stop this. This is going to happen, so just accept it. And never, ever come back here again, okay?
Ricky, please. I'm so sorry about all of this. I never meant to hurt anyone at all.
I'll see you Sunday for the divorce talk. And Tammy's gonna be there too, by the way. The last time she came over, you pretended to be asleep all day so you wouldn't have to see her. But you are going to apologize to her. Do you understand me?
Wait, so you're really going to bring Tammy to our divorce proceedings?
Well, Lucy, what's it been? A month since we last spoke?
Wait, what? Who is this now? Wait a second, is this Tammy? How are you? Are you okay? How is your little baby?
Oh, the baby is just fine, not thanks to you. I was just so lucky that my father happened to be in the area. Although I did catch a really nasty cold thanks to you.
I really am so sorry about this whole thing. But you already know that, dear, don't you?
Just save it. I'm not going to be swayed by anything you say. You are nothing to me, do you understand that? But I hope you have a good life with no problems that ever drive you back here to bother us ever again.
Tammy, I've never seen this side of you. You were normally so soft-spoken and sweet.
Well, that was before you tried to kill my baby and I by freezing us to death.
Please, dear, show me some mercy. Surely you and I have had good times together as well, right? You don't really want to do this to me.
You know, I used to respect you. I thought you were so prim and proper and everything a good wife should be. But now I see that you're nothing more than a pampered old hag who has no idea how to take care of herself. I have no respect for you, and neither does your soon-to-be ex-husband or your son.
Tammy, please, you have to know that I'm so sorry about all of this that's happened between us. I really had no idea who your father was.
And just what does my dad have to do with any of this? Do you really think that it's okay to do what you did to me to anyone, regardless of who they are? You dumped water on me and then shoved me out in the freezing cold with nothing but pants and a t-shirt on. Do you really not realize the severity of what could have happened to me?
I do. Of course I do. I've thought about all the mean things that I've done and said to you, and you have to know that I never do or say any of those awful things ever again, okay? By the way, where are you now? Ricky kicked me out of the house a few days ago, and I've been in a hotel ever since. But please tell me, so I can go and apologize to you in person.
You are never, ever going to know where I am. After what you did to me, I never want to see you again. Hearing an apology from you would only piss me off, I think.
But I'm still your mother-in-law. I mean, Ben is my son. You're not going to forget to take care of your dear mother-in-law just because you're upset at me, right? And what about your baby? Aren't you going to let me meet my first grandchild?
You aren't going to come anywhere near my baby. You're lucky enough to be getting money from your divorce with Ricky. But as far as Ben and I are concerned, you're dead to us. I'll see you this Sunday, but after that, I never want to see you again. In the end, the divorce process for Lucy and Ricky took a whole year before it was over, because Lucy's lawyer threw every roadblock imaginable in the way. Lucy knew she was going to be getting money from the divorce, but asked for me since she had come to expect a certain standard of living. After hearing the details of the case, however, the judge said that in light of the heinous acts Lucy took against me, that she was lucky not to spend any time in jail, and that she deserved a low quality of life. With only her share of Ricky's assets, she quickly ran through all her money, unfamiliar with how to live within her means. When that happened, she tried reaching out first to Ricky for help, and then to Ben and I. I'm sure she was saddened to find out that we had all blocked her and everything, and even gotten new phone numbers. I wasn't kidding when I said that Lucy would be dead to us. As for Ben and I, we finally feel like we're starting the married life that we've always wanted. I no longer feel so much pressure to be a perfect housewife, and Ben told me he never wanted that for me in the first place. Now, Ben, our son, and I are all living happily together. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.